Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Thanks so much for dropping by. So, I recently made my first video newsletter. So I guess it's a news video, and um, I realized that part of what was missing was sort of my sharing of my own journey, where I am in my own journey with um, this teaching, and maybe a little bit with this channel. We'll see. But where I am with the teaching of Bruno Gröning, well, um, but before that, I owe yet another apology. I misscheduled the meeting time, and it's very easy to happen with YouTube. You can set it to the right time, and if you do just the tiniest little thing wrong, it'll change the time, and that happened today. So it was set for yesterday, Tuesday at I think 12:55 p.m. my time, and I woke up in the morning and saw that it had been misset and knew that wasn't going to work, but then I forgot to cancel it, and so my deep apologies. Um, yeah, I do the best I can, and I fall short sometimes, and I'm really sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to schedule them the day of now. And I'm going to keep trying to do the 9 a.m. and the 12:15 most days. So keep your eye out for that. My own personal journey. Well, lately faith is coming a lot stronger. I've shared in bits and pieces that my process, my journey with Bruno Gröning, this teaching has been a roller coaster. I found the teaching when my health was falling apart, where I literally estimate I had a couple of years left to live. It was just a downhill slide. And within 9 months, I'd had 8 very significant healings. All of the major things were literally gone, and I was living in bliss. It was truly a story of redemption. But that wasn't the end of the story for me. I allowed myself to be led off this path into something that I thought was spiritual, but actually wasn't. And for a variety of reasons, which maybe I'll speak about at some point, it really, really challenged my faith deeply. And since then, I've still experienced multiple healings. I still feel the energy so strongly, and I'm utterly convinced that Bruno Gröning is one of the clearest teachers that he's the teacher that I have the most respect for. And I've been around the block, my friends, both in terms of Bruno's personality, his capacity to radiate energy, and his teachings. And it's been much slower going. And my faith, I've really struggled because a lot of bad things have happened to me. A lot. It's like the first 9 months with my time on this path, it was just like bliss and heaven and healing. And then, let's see, then like the next 7 years, it's been really challenging for 7 years. That's not to say there hasn't been a lot of joy and a lot of goodness, but there's been a lot of challenge. And that has really challenged my faith deeply. So there's something I'd like to read. Now, I'm not completely here yet, but I'm pretty convinced that what I'm about to share is one of the deepest spiritual truths that I'm aware of, that all of these challenges are actually part of the design of God's school to help us learn to have faith under all circumstances and to be at peace under all circumstances. Is it easy? No. Do I like it? Not when it's really hard. No. Do I see the perfection in it? In my good moments, yes. And so this is a line from the Bible. This is from the book of James, James 1, chapter 1, verse 2. Consider it nothing but joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you fall into various trials. Be assured that the testing of your faith produces endurance, which leads to spiritual maturity and inner peace. And let patience have its perfect work with you. This translation says, let patience have its perfect work, its perfect result, and do a thorough work so that you may be made perfect and complete, developed in your faith, lacking in nothing. So Bruno Gröning said that he himself had been put under such temptation that no one knew how much temptation he had had to face. That was a very eye-opening statement for me, that our dear friend Bruno Gröning was still facing challenges. And so what I can say is it was very easy for me to have faith in the first 9 months when it was just like bliss and healings and miracles, and I was just radiating, like I was just glowing. It's very easy, and like things were healing. It's very easy to have faith when things are going your way. It's not so easy to have faith when facing challenges, which I believe is what this verse is speaking of, and what I believe to be, from my experience and from my studies of Bruno's teaching, I believe to be the primary lesson here of this Earth School is how to maintain faith always, and hence, as the Bible says, be made perfect and complete, whole, lacking in nothing. Because if you can have faith in God when you're like the worst thing is happening to you, you're good. Yes, it's painful. Yes, but if you really trust. So I have not mastered this yet, but I'm getting a little better at it, one piece at a time. And so I still have my trials and challenges. Yes, of course, when I offer a meeting, mostly what I do is I just speak Bruno Gröning's teachings. So, and I just want to be really clear and honest that I'm still very much a learner. And I'm learning one of the most basic lessons, how to have faith. When I was a teenager, I really loved the singer Tori Amos. Now I still love her. I just have some concern. Her lyrics are very, very dark. But in one song that she sang that it didn't get released on one of her main albums, it was like a special album. And she sang, "I've found the secret to life. I've found the secret to life. I'm all right when things aren't all right." Now, if you think about it, that's a very profound thing, to be all right when things aren't all right. So that's what I'm struggling with, growing with, making ounces of progress here and there. And yes, the stuff I've been going through this last week has been very intense. And so my apologies. I've goofed up twice now with meeting times. And I suddenly feel done talking. So let's tune in together for a couple minutes, and welcome to those who are joining in live. Really handing over our doubts and our fears. Really asking ourselves, is it true? Is it true that all these things that happen are part of a divinely guided school, a divinely ordained school to help us grow in spiritual maturity? Taking in the good, noticing what you feel. Making the determination to maintain faith no matter what's going on. To let that be our foundation. Noticing what you feel. Determining in this moment, yes, if you believe this is true, which I do, I'm convinced. I am convinced. So let's just, if you feel convinced, let's just commit to it. Like, yes, I'm going to make faith my foundation. You may have your own way of languaging it. That no matter what happens, the hand of God is at work. Taking in the good, taking on faith. So, what is, Christ spoke of the foundation. Let's see if I can find the verse. It's written that Christ talked about a foundation that can withstand the waters, can withstand the storms. What is that foundation? The only thing I know of is faith. Well, I can't find the particular verse, but I know it's written that Christ spoke about a foundation that could withstand the storms. And there's only, I don't want to say only, but the question is, what is our foundation? Bruno Gröning calls us to a foundation of absolute trust in God. The question is, what are we going to trust in? If we don't have trust, we're going to be fearful. But if we place our trust in the wrong thing, we're going to be fearful. Thank you so much to everyone who joined in live. Thank you to everyone who watched this video. My deep apologies for messing up again. And we're missing another meeting. And I wish for myself and all of us a deepening and deepening and deepening and deepening and deepening of our reliance on God. Take care. Much love.